Hi, today we're going to talk about how to get started writing your research proposal. So how do you proceed? You're going to start by selecting a research topic. And for most of you, that is done with your mentor's help. So now is the time that you need to reach back out to your mentor and ask him or her if they know what research project you're going to be working on. They may be able to tell you, or they might not be able to. That's okay. But regardless, at least you started contacting them again, and you can also start requesting information to start gathering information to write your research proposal. So you're going to need to ask them for some research papers, review articles, or textbook chapters that's going to give you some background information on your project. You might have to do some research on your own also. You can go back and use some of the search engines that we've used in class, Google Scholar or PubMed, to look for additional resources. As you start reading them, you want to start taking notes on them. You can highlight your articles. If you print them out, you can highlight. If you have PDFs, you can highlight and edit your PDFs. You can take notes in a bulleted list. You can take notes using note cards. I know you've all been taught several different methods of gathering information to write research papers, so you guys can take whichever method works best for you and use it for this research paper. Once you start getting your articles and reading them and collecting notes, then you're probably ready to start writing the introduction rough draft. The purpose of the introduction is to awaken the reader's interest. This is where you're grabbing their attention and you're relaying the importance of your proposed work. You're trying to make a case for why they should give you funding or why they should let you pursue your project. So therefore, a great way to show the importance of your work is to show the supporting research that's out there. So you want to use current and widely accepted references wherever possible to support your arguments. And that gets back to your references or all those research articles or review articles that your mentor is sharing with you. And the next session we'll talk a little bit more about how to keep track of all those references. As you're writing your introduction and background, keep in mind that it's going to summarize the current knowledge in your field, so what we know now. It's going to identify the knowledge gaps on the topic, that is, what we need to know and why we don't know it yet. And it's going to describe how you intend to find the answer. So when you write your introduction, think about a funnel, and you're going to funnel all your information. So you're going to start with the background, what is known about your research topic. And so go through all your literature, the articles you've been reading, and think about what is going to provide a good story, what is a good case for your argument from those resources. You might write 2 or 3 paragraphs on the background information. Then you're going to funnel that to the unknown. What is still unknown in the field? What's the problem you're addressing? What's the need you're addressing? This might take about a paragraph to describe. And then you're going to funnel that to your specific research question. And then the last thing you're going to funnel down to is the significance. So why is this significant for your field? How is it going to make an impact on your field? As you start to draft this introduction, remember to arrange your material in your notes in subsections, starting from general to the most specific. Think about this funneling of when you write your background, you're going to start a little bit broader with that general information, and you're going to be funneling it to the more specific information that leads into your research question. Write your introduction first. That is where we're starting. Don't worry about the methods, the abstract, or the title. We're going to leave that all for later on. create an outline. This is going to be one of the assignments that I give you, is to create an outline of your introduction organization before you even start writing it. Don't worry too much about your grammar and language rules. We'll worry about it more when we do the revisions. And think about starting by writing less. Sometimes it's really hard to put those first words down on paper. Don't worry about it being perfect in the first draft. Just start writing, and hopefully it will flow from there, and we can always go back and revise. And always remember your central focus. And for this research proposal, your central focus is your research question. What are you asking about? What are you trying to find information on? And a great way to keep that in mind is to put it on a Post-it note. Write that research question on a Post-it note, have it near you as you're writing, so you can always reference it and remember your focus.